So you see, with all of that information, each one of you would get that. We would be here till tomorrow. If just normally this is a very full, it's not too bad today, so that's why we give it to you all at one time.
Just realized they attached it to the wrong paperwork. Okay, I'll go on to that. Steve Krause.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
You come right on up here. Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right, so this is case number 2025 TR 12137. Could you state your name, please?
Steve J. Krause.
Thank you, Mr. Krause. So we're here on a DUI violation. That's a misdemeanor. It was an example that I gave in the
Yes.
group advisory. So I already told you the penalties, and
Yes.
has the mandatory minimum penalties. You understood that from the group advisory?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So it does qualify for a court-appointed attorney. Would you like to request that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Have you filled out a financial
Yes.
statement?
The only thing is that I'm not going to answer it because it says if I don't want one, I
No,
do.
yeah, so that thing we're just gonna make a
Okay.
paper airplane out of or throw it away.
I'll give it financial.
Yeah, the financial.
There you go.
Yep, I'll take a look at that one. Thank you. All right, give me a moment here. All right, sir. Where is your employment?
Home Depot.
How long?
7 months. I don't mean to say, I'm sorry. 7 months, sir.
Okay, no problem. All right. And the 2150 income, what is that from?
That's everything together between Social Security and Home Depot.
Oh, okay, all right. So can you tell me just what the Social Security is?
I believe it's 1564 the bottom. Yeah.
Okay, and then plus your
Yeah, right.
income. Okay, understood. All right, sir. So you do qualify for a court-appointed attorney.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is enter you a not guilty plea.
Yes.
Give you your next court date.
Okay.
Let you know who your attorney is going to be and their phone number, and then I'll give you some instructions on how to talk about that.
Yes, Your Honor.
Get that attorney appointment. And it is a magistrate case.
If I want, my license is going to be spent in 5 days. Is there any way to get to go up and back to work additional time on that, or?
The answer to that question is yes, but it's controlled by the motor vehicle division. So what they do is they review your driving record.
Okay.
And if you qualify for a permit to be able to do a to-from work permit,
Right.
they'll send one. It's supposed to be automatic. So you'll have a suspension period, and then when that suspension period ends, then they'll automatically send it a to-from work for the remainder of the suspension period.
Okay, but I don't have to contact them. That's automatically, right?
If you want to,
I
you
want
can.
to. Okay.
It's up to you. But it's been a while since I've looked at some of those administrative, like when they took the blood or the breath.
Right.
They should have give you a couple papers. It's called the Abner per se affidavit.
Okay.
One of them's a temporary paper license.
Yes.
Okay. It should have that information on
Okay.
that automatic review and will automatically be sent to you.
Okay.
But if you want to make sure, then you can just stop down, bring those papers with you, and say, "Will I be getting a temporary permit?" Because it's not automatic. It has a lot to do with your prior driving history.
Right. It's good. It's good.
Okay. So then, if it's still something hasn't changed since when I used to read those papers, then it is automatic. But I can't say that. It's been a few years since I've looked at those.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yep. All right, so I'm going to, here's your court date, 1/12 of 2026. There's a pen right there.
Okay.
At 9 a.m. So you'll come back right here.
Sir, if he's getting an attorney, we need to change that.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yes, you can just use the same form if you want. Just change the date. We'll give you a different date.
Okay.
So what will happen is I'll give you the name of your attorney, the phone number, give you some instructions to call that attorney 5 days prior to the court date.
Okay.
If you call today, they'll have no idea who you are or anything
Okay,
about the case.
I got you.
So we'll get a chance to get us to send the case to them, and they get a chance to review it. Call them on the somewhere near the 5 business days prior.
Okay.
And you may not be able to speak to them directly, but you can leave a message. Hi, tell them your name, and if they need to call you back, they will. Otherwise, you will meet them the first time at the next court date.
Okay, yes, sir, thank you.
All right, while we're getting that date for you, I want to review with you some information. Your release conditions are obey all orders of the court, not to commit any crimes, notify the court immediately of any address change, do not leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court, do not possess or consume any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription. Okay?
I understand.
All right, so we've got a new date here for you, and that will be on 1/27 of 2026 at 9:30. And if I could get a signature signing for that date there where it says defendant.
I got you.
And then I'll get you one more paper that identifies your attorney and their phone number.
Can I borrow that?
Yep. You can borrow all of it if you want.
If I decided on my own attorney, which I don't think I get forward, do I still have that right to do that too, or no?
You do.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
What you would do is we're going to assign this court-appointed attorney to you.
Yes.
All right. And then if you decide that you want to retain your own counsel, you just let that attorney know.
Okay.
And what they'll do, they know the requirements the attorneys do. They'll send one will send the other a notice that they're now
Okay.
representing you. The other one has to terminate. They'll send us a notice
Okay.
that they're not representing you anymore, and so that's all has to be filed with the court. So but
I understand.
they know that side.
Okay.
But if you decide to do that, then you absolutely can. Yeah.
Okay.
Did you print 2 of those?
Only one.
If you want to, and then we'll put one here, and then I'll. Oh wait, it saves you going back there. Thank you. All right, sir, so this is your copy here. So this is call 5 days prior. Your attorney is Tyler Allen, and that is his phone number there. And there's the court date again. I know you have it on the other phone.
Okay.
Did we give you a copy of that already?
You gave me, what you gave me so far?
Did I get?
I didn't make a copy of that.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Okay, no.
Okay, we'll get you one more copy. Do you have any
Okay.
questions about anything we've discussed?
I do not, sir. Understandable, I understand.
Okay,
So what do I,
you don't have to sign anything. That's your
Okay.
copy, and we're going to give you a copy of the other form that you signed,
okay,
and we'll see you on that date at our next meeting.
okay.
Thank you. I tried to save you a lot. There you go, sir. You're all set to go.
Okay, have a great rest of the day. Thank you.
You too.
Deborah Amen?
Hello. Hello. How are you this morning?
Nervous.
Oh, well, don't be. Did you see how nice I was talking?
Yes,
Okay.
you are very kind.
All right, so this is case 2025 TR 432. Could you state your full name?
Deborah J. Eman.
Okay, thank you. So we're here on a reckless driving charge. And that is a Class 2 misdemeanor. In that group advisory, do you remember the penalty range that I discussed on the Class 2?
12 to 1500.
What's that?
12 to 1500.
No, let me review for it with you again, just to make sure that we have it understood. So this is the maximum fine on a reckless driving charge. A Class 2 misdemeanor is a $750 maximum fine, a 4 months of jail maximum, and or 2 years of probation. There is no request for jail time, so the prosecutor must notify the court if they're asking for jail time on cases. We have no notice, so that means you're not facing jail as a possible consequence of sentencing, okay? So you can go back to breathing normal, okay?
Thank you. Yeah,
All right,
I'm
so now-
holding my breath.
Yeah, so now we're looking at either probation that could be unsupervised or supervised, and that fine up to the maximum. There is no mandatory minimum, so the court starts with 0 and can go up to those maximums on all of those things except jail, okay?
Okay.
The reckless driving is a jury eligible case, so if you pled not guilty, you could also request a jury trial if you wish to.
Guilty.
Okay,
Okay.
I let you know the rights regardless,
Got
and
it.
so just so you're well informed before you let me know what you're going to plead.
Okay.
Okay, all right. So being that there is not jail time required, that eliminates the possibility of a court-appointed attorney unless you have another reason that you'd like to tell me. So your choices now are to waive the presence of an attorney. I'm going to hire an attorney on my own expense, or I'm going to give the court a reason why I need a court-appointed attorney. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, how do you wish to proceed on the attorney?
I
Waive the presence of an attorney?
waive it,
Okay.
the presence. and-
Okay, so the form that you have there at the top, it has a box that says, I do not want an attorney. Check that box, if that's what you wish to do. And then where it's highlighted towards the bottom, date and sign, and today is December 3rd.
Now, there were some things mentioned on the ticket that may have been misconstrued comments as far as what yeah.
Okay, so this is all that I have is a copy of the,
Okay.
I don't have any reports or anything, and that's on purpose. Because if it goes to trial, I don't want to know anything about the case until there's a trial. That
Got
keeps
it.
it all clean until the trial. Then I get to hear whatever unfolds at the trial where it's supposed to happen. So
Okay.
right now, depending on how you plead, I don't get any facts of the case.
Okay.
If you plead not guilty, then I hear them later at a trial, or we wait till that pretrial conference proceeding completes.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes,
Okay.
it does.
All right.
I have a nerve condition that
Oh,
I
okay.
got the results the next day after the ticket,
Okay.
where my legs collapse and my hands.
Okay.
So just so you know.
Okay. I was wondering if you were still nervous.
No.
I can't do any, just gonna try to do some tricks here to relax you a little bit, but
It's a
it's a
nerve
nerve. Okay, now I understand.
and
Good.
down both my legs
Okay.
all the way.
Well, don't fall. You're doing okay?
I'm doing a lot of falling. Yeah, I'm doing okay. I need
All
to
right.
take.
If you feel that you're getting weak or something, let me know and I'll have you sit over there and we'll just run these papers back and forth.
Oh. And my mother just passed away. December 3rd.
Sorry to hear that.
Oh, it goes on. I need to move to a lower altitude.
Payson's got some thin air. My father had to do that too before he passed away. All right, so I'll take this one. This is basically just explaining today's things that I did in my group advisory. All right. Do you have any questions before I take a plea of either guilty, not guilty, or no contest from you?
No, not right now.
Okay, how do you wish to plead to the case?
Guilty
Okay, you want to enter a guilty plea?
to the reckless driving, yes. And the officers saved my.
Okay. Well,
They were amazing.
okay, so I will enter your guilty plea and we can move forward into sentencing today to save you, so you don't have to come back to court.
Except for with a check.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that here pretty
Okay.
soon on all that information. So in that group advisory, I re-advised you of the penalty range. You understood that?
Yes.
And did you remember me reading the rights that you waive when you enter a guilty or no contest plea? The right to remain silent, the right to have a trial. Do you remember me talking about all
Yes.
those? Okay. I informed you that this case does qualify for a jury trial. So you're waiving that right as well.
Yes.
You understood the information about the possible collateral consequences that I read? Let me review a couple of them with you and see if
Okay.
and that's the possible suspension of a driver's license, an impact on a commercial driver's license or other professional license, an impact on insurance rates, the revocation of probation or parole if you're on probation or parole, an increased penalty for further criminal charges, so that could happen on a reckless driving charge. If you have another reckless driving charge, the penalties increase, okay?
I'm gonna stop.
Just making you aware.
Yeah, thank you.
Becoming a prohibited possessor if convicted of domestic violence charges, and if you're not a citizen of the United States, a plea or finding of guilt may result in your deportation or being denied citizenship. Remember those?
Yes.
Okay. And then I informed you further about the citizenship portion, that if you plead guilty or no contest and you're not a citizen, it could affect your immigration status.
Yes,
Okay.
I remember it saying.
Understanding all those rights that I read in the group advisory and that I reviewed with you just now, you wish to waive those rights and enter your guilty plea?
Yes.
Okay. Regarding your guilty plea, you're making that voluntarily?
Yes.
Okay. Nobody forced, threatened, or harassed you to plead guilty?
No.
Okay. Did anybody promise you any lighter sentence or punishment if you pled guilty? You've received that from the courts?
No.
Okay. The court finds that you entered your guilty plea knowingly, voluntarily, and intelligently, and I'm going to read you a factual basis. On 11/17 of 2025 at about 7:43 p.m. you were contacted at or near milepost 255.8, which is the address of 3933 East Highway 260 in Star Valley.
Mm-hmm.
In that Payson contact by the Payson Police Department, it was found that you were operating a motor vehicle and that you endangered persons or property by the behavior of your driving that occurred in Gila County in the jurisdiction of this court. Does that sound consistent?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so let me get a signature on this form. This is the rights that you're waiving that I reviewed with you in the group advisory and re-reviewed with you here. If you would sign where it says defendant, waiving those rights. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Have you had any prior reckless drivings or aggressive driving charges within the last 84 months?
No.
Okay. All right, do you wish to give a statement to the court? So remember how I told you that I don't know about the facts on purpose in case it goes to trial? Well, now that you're pleading guilty, the case isn't going to go to trial. So you're able to, if you want to discuss the case before I consider a sentencing on it. If you want to tell me details or an explanation, you don't have to, but you have the ability to if you wish to.
It was pitch black out, and I tried turning around because I missed my turn into the lamplighter,
Okay.
and it was pitch black, and I couldn't see anything. So I turned to go around to go back home.
Mhm.
Everything was black. I couldn't see, so I ran over the curb. My
Okay.
right side of my car hit the curb.
Okay, so was it involving a collision?
No.
No.
My car, just
Just your car, no other property was damaged?
no, just $1,500 in my car. I got scared.
Okay.
And they guided me back home, an undercover officer, and
When you were given a ticket and released, right?
yes,
You weren't arrested?
no,
Okay.
a lot of speculations, but it's okay.
Okay. So, the court's going to impose a fine of $200, and understand the maximum could have been up to $750. I'm gonna impose a $200 as a course security fee of $35.80, so total balance that's due is $235.80. I'm not assigning any probation.
Thank you.
Regarding that $235.80, are you able to pay that today? Or do you need a
Yes.
payment plan?
I can pay it today.
Okay.
Oh, I do need to sit down. I'm late.
Yeah, yes, please do. Do a helper. Yeah. We're just about finished up, but go ahead and have a seat there. So this will be her copy to keep with the ex-owner. This will be the one for her to sign. And then I just need a signature on this one. Okay, thank you. So ma'am, the judgment and sentencing form, I'm going to have him, it indicates that you're making the payment today. Towards the bottom, it requires your signature.
Thank you.
We'll get you a copy of that, and you'll take your copy to the front counter to make a payment.
Do you take a debit card?
They do, yes. There is a merchant fee, 4 or 5%, whatever that is, that merchant fee is charged for it, but yes, they do.
Got it.
And this is all the information the judge is going to give out, see your records, outside judgment, and that kind of stuff. There's no signature down here, it's just the pen, and this is what we do a copy over here.
Okay.
You put a cross through the top box, that's regarding domestic violence, and it's a particular case, but if you feel like you want to read something later on, feel free to read it.
That's
Okay?
why I left. I left him somewhere else.
So once you get your copy to make that payment at the front counter, and if you're feeling kind of quoozy still, just give them the paper, leave your card there, then sit on that bench that's across the way there, because we don't want you falling down. Let them do the processing, and then they'll call you up when they need to get a signature, or they'll bring it out to you. So just let them know that your legs are not working like you'd like them to, and then make yourself comfortable, and we'll be able to make it happen. Do you have any questions at all?
No.
Okay,
Thank you.
when you're comfortable, you don't have to go right now, you can stay for entertainment purposes or get your legs rested. But when you're ready to, you're excused, and you can go to the front counter whenever you're ready.
Okay, thank you.
Michael Stratton?
Hello there, sir, how are you?
Good, how about you?
Good, thank you. Right, sir, this is case 2025 CM 218. Could you state your full name?
Michael Clinton Stratton.
All right, Mr. Stratton, we're here on 3 charges. One is assault, the second is threatening and intimidating, and the final charge is disorderly conduct. Those are all Class 1 misdemeanors. Did you understand the group advisory I gave at the beginning on the penalty range?
Yeah, 1,500 up to.
Yeah, let me review it, because all right, so each Class 1 misdemeanor has a maximum fine of $2,500.
25.
6 months in jail and or 3 years of probation. There is no jail time, but let me review make sure. That there's no intent for jail by the prosecutor. So there's no notice for jail, so you're not seeking that as a consequence of sentencing, whether you plead guilty or no contest, or whether you go to trial and are found guilty later. You're not facing jail time.
Okay.
If that changes, you'll be notified of that, and your rights will change for the court-appointed attorney.
Okay.
Understood?
Yes.
All right. You understood the group advisory information?
Yes.
All right. So you have the choice, since there's not jail time, to hire an attorney at your own expense, or waive the presence of an attorney, or let me know of another qualifying reason for a court-appointed attorney. Do you have any?
Well, I guess I'll be seeking my own.
Okay, so if you're going to hire your own attorney, we can discard that. You can, or we can.
Okay.
I'll enter a not guilty plea for you, and then set your pretrial conference date.
Okay.
So when you find your attorney, just give them the paperwork that we provide you. They'll send us what's called a NOA, notice of appearance, and then all the correspondence and information from that point forward will go to your attorney versus going to you. Okay?
Now, can I do the pretrial conference without the attorney and then get one later, or do I have to have
Yes.
one before and
No.
then?
Well, so yes and no. If you want to see what happens at that pretrial conference, then you want to waive if you want the ability to talk to the prosecutor, then you waive the presence of an attorney now. After that meeting, if you don't like what's said or how it's going, or if you do like it, then you don't have to hire an attorney at all. If they offer you a plea that you accept, you don't need an attorney. If you don't like what they're offering, all that, you can let them know I'm going to hire an attorney at that point, and then you go hire an attorney, and we proceed forward from that on. And then we'll probably do a continuation of a pre-trial conference. Once your attorney gets the case, he'll talk to you about it, see what the offer was. He'll talk about that, talk to you, and see how the case is going to proceed from that point.
Okay, I like that way.
Okay, so then for now, today, you're waiving the presence of an attorney, correct?
Yes.
Okay, check that top box. And then if you would date and sign where it's highlighted at the bottom. Right. All right, so I'm going to enter a not guilty plea for you. And get your pretrial conference scheduled. I do want to review your release conditions. I have to call to see if there's any victims in the courtroom. They have the right to be heard if there's any present, so I'll do that. So get ready for me to announce that. On the case of Stratton, are there any victims in the courtroom? Having seen none. All right, sir. So,
Let's say I do have a few questions in regards
Okay.
to some stuff things.
yeah, hang on 1 second. All right, your address is still good at P.O. Box 583?
Yes.
And then the physical's 116?
Yes.
Okay. And MS 020958, that you know?
No, MS 020985.
Okay, MS 020985.
Yes.
Okay. Phone number ends in 6955.
Yes.
Okay. I want to review the release conditions with you. Number 1 is obey all orders of the court. Do not commit any crimes. Notify the court immediately of an address change. Not to leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court. Not to have contact with the alleged victim in any manner. And reporting to pretrial services, the probation department, to stay consistent with the requirements there. Go ahead with your question.
One, with the not leaving the state of Arizona.
Yes.
I do have my 20-year Iraq reunion in El Paso, Texas on
Okay.
January 17th and 18th. Would that be something that you would be willing
Yes.
to allow me to attend?
Yes. Is that the only out-of-state?
Yes, as of right now.
And that was January 17th and 18th?
Yes.
I'll just give it that week period.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I was like, I can pull up the calendar.
And that's in California?
Texas.
Texas. Okay, because we do have the pretrial conference on the 13th, so that shouldn't be a problem, right?
Yes.
And then you're wanting, what was the date?
The date of that.
Yeah, you said the weekend is 17th?
Let me just pull up my calendar so I can give you the correct days.
Okay.
That'll be the 16th, 17th, and 18th.
All right, so I'll go from the 16th to the 23rd.
Thank you.
You could do one copy of that adjustment to the release conditions.
And then another question.
Yes.
In regards to the no contact.
Yes.
Since I've been out of jail, he has proceeded to try to make phone calls towards me to initiate contact. Anytime I drive past him, he likes to flip me off and yell and try to provoke me. But then he's also been going around telling people that he is carrying a gun because if he sees me, he will shoot me. So, I just don't want there to be any, like...
So they're one-way streets.
Okay.
He doesn't have release conditions, so it's good of you to exercise your discretion, not respond to it, like
Yeah.
sounds like you've been doing. You have the ability to get an injunction or injunction proving harassment at your own will with his behaviors flipping off and doing those things. If you wish to, that would be a separate proceeding. You can go to the front counter and get an application for an injunction proving harassment and put the qualifying reasons, and me or another judge reviews it. And if it's granted, then he won't be able to communicate with you at all and prohibit that stuff from happening. So
Okay.
that's what you're able to do. So
Okay, because I was just curious, because I know the no contact goes my way, but
Right.
he's been going around telling people that he's doing all that. So he's trying to provoke the contact.
Yeah, and we so it's hard. If you get an injunction, we can prohibit third-party contact. So if he directs somebody to go tell him, I've got a gun and I'm going to shoot him or whatever, that's a violation of that order.
Okay.
But if he says, we can't govern what he
Yeah.
says to people or any of that stuff. So
No, okay.
okay. So any other questions on that?
No.
Okay. And Haley, this date here is without an attorney, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so here's your next court date. It is scheduled for January 13th of 2026 at 2:00 p.m. That's the pre-trial that you're going to meet with the prosecutor, and then you're going to make a determination whether you need an attorney after that. If you would sign where it says defendant there, I'll get you a copy of that. And then, sir, here is the adjustment to the release conditions. May leave the state to Texas for the week of the 16th to the 23rd of January. And I dated today's date of that adjustment.
All right.
Okay, so your copy for that. Make sure you,
Original.
when you do the pretrial service contact, let them know of that adjustment.
Okay.
So they don't find you in violation by leaving the state. That we talked about it, Judge, and you got a new copy.
All righty.
Matter of fact, I'll send them a copy just so they see that adjustment, but it'll be good for you to let them know they can draw their attention to it.
All righty.
Okay? Do you have any questions for me?
Yes.
Okay, you're all set to go. We'll see you on that date.
Thank you. Have a great one.
I want to put a sticky note. We need to send the release order to pretrial services. Thank you.
Matthew Burris.
Hello there.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you doing today?
Doing well, thank you.
Yep.
Mr. Burris, this is case 2025 TR431. Could you state your full name?
Matthew Brian Burris.
Okay. So there is a Brian. All right. So this is a two charges of DUI. One is a DUI having a blood or breath alcohol concentration at 0.08 or more. The second one is an extreme DUI, meaning that you have a blood or breath alcohol concentration at 0.15 or more.
Yeah.
This case is jury eligible, and it also qualifies for a court-appointed attorney. Would you like to see if you qualify for one?
Just depends if I'm seeing jail time.
There is mandatory jail time that I discussed. The DUIs have that, so there is mandatory jail time.
Okay.
That's why you
Yeah,
qualify.
I would want to take a trial.
All right.
I didn't get whatever option I can get, best option I can get.
Yeah, no problem. So did you already fill out a financial statement?
I did not.
Okay. So if you wouldn't mind, have a seat at that table. That clipboard there has it. And fill that information out. When you're done, Mr. Burris, just get my attention. I'm going to call somebody else, but get my attention. We'll get you in there as soon as I get a break on it.
Thank you.
Yep.
Lawrence Owens.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm well, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Did you need this form, sir?
Yeah, come on forward. Do you already make a decision on that?
I did.
Okay. Yeah, you're already squared away. I'll leave it here for now.
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. So this is case 2025 CM228. Could you state your full name, please?
Lawrence Benny Owens.
All right, sir. So we're facing one criminal traffic violation and one civil traffic violation. The count A, which is the criminal violation, is having an open container of alcohol in the vehicle or passenger compartment. That's a class 2 misdemeanor. Did you understand the group advisory information I gave?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so you submitted your attorney waiver form waiving the presence of an attorney.
Yeah.
And then the civil traffic violation is displaying a license plate suspended for financial responsibility. That's a civil traffic violation. So we'll talk about the criminal one, the count A first, the open container of alcohol in the vehicle. Your options are to plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest to that. Do you have any questions before you give a plea?
Yeah, I have just one, sir.
Sure.
What was the prosecution? Were they recommending jail time or?
There's no jail time being sought in this case, so no consequences of jail time.
Okay.
Whether you plead guilty or no contest today, or if you plead not guilty and it goes to trial, no jail time no matter what.
I'd like to go ahead and plead guilty.
Enter guilty plea?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, we can move forward to sentencing today. Now we have the civil traffic offense of the suspended registration. That's a responsible or not responsible plea. How do you plead that?
Responsible.
Okay. All right, so you did understand the information that was provided in the group advisory?
Yes, sir, I do.
You understood the rights that you're waiving by entering your guilty plea?
I do.
Okay. Are you on probation or parole?
No, sir, I am not.
Okay. Are you a school teacher?
No, sir.
You understood the citizens advisory that I gave in the group advisory?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay. Factual basis of your case is the following. On 11/16 of 2025 at about 6:09 p.m. you were contacted at or near 104 East Shoefly Village Ruins. In that police contact by the Gila County Sheriff's Office, it was found that you had an open container of spirituous liquor, which is alcohol, in your vehicle. Also that the license plate was suspended for financial responsibility and you were either in control of a motor vehicle or driving a motor vehicle on a public roadway that occurred in Gila County in the jurisdiction of this court. Does that sound consistent?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Regarding your guilty plea, are you making that voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Nobody forced, threatened, or harassed you to make that plea?
No, sir.
Did anybody promise you a lighter sentence or punishment, that if you pled guilty you'd receive it?
No, sir.
Okay. Court finds that you entered your plea knowingly, voluntarily, and intelligently. These are the rights that I reviewed with you in the group advisory. You're waiving those rights with your guilty plea. If you'd sign where it says defendant,
Yes,
should
sir.
be a pin there. Oh, you know what? It made its way that way. Here you go, sir.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. And there you are.
Okay, I'll take that one back since that one made its way back.
All right.
Do you wish to give a statement to the court before we impose sentences, sir?
Actually, I do.
Okay.
The insurance had lapsed for a moment on this, and it has now been, of course, covered. And I brought the insurance information. I don't know if that helps.
So they didn't cite you for not having insurance, so it's
They did not.
exactly what you just explained. What happens, so when your insurance company sees that there's a lapse, they're mandated to report that to motor vehicle.
Right.
Motor vehicle receives that notice. They send you a notice. Some people don't get them, but you got to keep your address updated with motor vehicle division.
Right.
Otherwise, they go to old addresses, and you never know.
Okay.
So then they suspend the registration as a result of that lapse in coverage. So once you
Right.
fix it and cure it, it takes that suspension off and is good. Always double check with motor vehicle to make sure it's good. A lot of times the police will remove the license plate, so it makes you have to go to motor vehicle. So if they did not,
Right.
if they did that, then you already know because you reinstated. If they didn't do it, double check to make sure you're okay.
Yes.
So that's kind of the process of insurance companies and the motor vehicle division.
So they did not remove the plate, and actually the registration was good, and the tags were until.
So you don't have to do a reinstatement.
No, well, My spouse just went and reinstated them and paid them out for another 6 months or
Okay,
something.
and they didn't,
So, but they were not expired at the time, they were still.
Yeah,
good till, like,
registration's still
halfway.
good, yeah, so
Yes,
it,
sir.
it still shows, has the tag on there. What happens, it just triggers when there's a lapse in insurance coverage, so you can go into your insurance company and buy a year's worth of insurance if you want,
Okay.
and pay that monthly. Even though the card
Right.
shows good, if there's the second month you don't pay, sends.
Boom, it sends it back
triggers,
to you,
yeah.
right.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
then this happens.
I understand
Even though
that
there's a
now.
good tag, and then even though there's good insurance still.
Right.
So that's
It's-
why there's, on the ticket, there's not current registration, there's
Right.
no insurance, it's suspended registration for
Okay.
exactly what you described.
All right, I understand. Well,
Okay.
I brought the paperwork just to show you that the registration and the insurance are now all up to
Okay.
date. legitimate.
I believe you, that it's not
Okay.
cited, so I won't need those documents, so.
Okay.
All right, thank
No
you though, I
problem.
appreciate you coming prepared.
You bet.
All right, other than that, do you wish to give any statements to the court?
No.
All right. So the suspended registration has a mandatory minimum fine, that civil traffic violation, it's $497.50. So, you didn't speak to the open container of alcohol, do you wish to say anything about that?
No.
Okay. I'm going to impose a $100 fine on that. Know that could have, the maximum is a $750.
Yes, sir.
But you're already getting hit pretty hard on the registration suspension, so.
Yeah. I didn't know it was that much. I had no idea.
Yeah, it's a mandatory minimum, so the court
There's-
doesn't have
yeah,
any.
the court has no control over that. I understand. Totally.
So we have a $35.80 court security fee, the $100 for the count A violation, the $497.50 for the count B violation. That's a total of $633.30. Are you able to pay that today?
I am not, sir. I was going to ask if I could have the 90-day time frame to pay
Yeah,
that.
I can. What I'll do is I'll put you on a payment plan,
All right, thank
and
you.
you can pay a monthly amount. You can always pay early. You can always pay more, whatever
Okay.
you want to do. So just make it affordable for you monthly.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And I do have to add a one-time payment plan fee per statute
Okay.
of $20. So
I
just as long
understand.
as you're consistent on your payments, that doesn't ever get
Doesn't
applied.
kick in. Okay.
So we have a new balance of $653.30. How much can you afford per month on that?
I would. I would say $100.
Is that a comfortable amount? Because you don't have to do that much.
That would be a comfortable amount.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you able to make a payment today?
I am not, sir.
Okay, I'll make your first one 30 days from today.
All right, thank you.
Go to January 2nd of 2026, so right after New Year's.
Okay.
All right, so here's what you're
Understood.
signing to, the payment plan agreement, which is $100 per month.
Okay.
First payment is due 1/2 of 2026 on a balance of $653.30.
Okay.
You'd sign where it says defendant.
Okay.
We'll get you up here in a minute.
And there you are, sir.
All right, sir. Get you a copy of that. This is that information that I told you about in the group advisory on how to set aside the judgment, how to seal the records if you wish to do that and exercise those rights.
Okay.
That information is contained here. If you'd sign the top copy, and I'll leave you the second copy.
And don't sign the other one. Just
You
that's
don't
good.
need that.
Okay.
I've crossed out domestic violence. It doesn't apply to your case. You still can read it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to get the bailiff here to make you a copy of this judgment and sentencing thing. You don't need to sign that. You can if you want, but you don't have to.
Oh,
That's
okay.
your
So I
copy.
could just leave.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
take this. I take.
that is yours, correct. That's if you wish to exercise your rights to seal those records or set aside the judgment. That explains how.
Nah, that's
Okay?
no worries. Thank you.
That's your
I
copy.
appreciate that.
At the bottom of that paper, where it's highlighted, there's some ways to make the payment remotely. If you want to use the 1-800 number or the website, you can do that. They do charge a merchant fee for the use of the debit or credit card.
Oh yeah, I'd probably just come and pay in
Just
cash
come
for
in,
the
we've got a
court.
very friendly staff
Right-
up there
right
to
here.
help you.
Yeah,
Correct.
like-
All right. You're all set
Okay.
to go, sir.
Thank you, sir. Have a
You
beautiful
bet.
day.
You too. All right, we're back on record with Mr. Burris, case 2025 TR 431.
Sure.
We'll take a look at your financial statement.
Definitely gonna be court appointed. I can't afford one myself.
Okay? Yeah, that's why you filled this out. I'll review that information. And we already know that it meets the second prong because there's
Yeah.
jail time, so. All right, two boys. Are you married?
No.
Okay. You do qualify for a court-appointed attorney, so we'll get that attorney assigned to you and get your next court date. Is this by chance a court-appointed attorney?
No.
Okay. We'll get your next court date for you. Get your attorney identified. And give you
What
the-
do I do with this sheet?
You can keep it, throw it away, whatever you want to do. I can toss it for you if you want.
Appreciate it. Thank
Yep. That way it's one less paper to
Yeah.
confuse you with down the road here.
you. Yeah.
Let me review your release conditions with you. Obey all orders of the court not to commit any crimes. Notify the court if you change address. Do not leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court. Not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription. And not to drive a motor vehicle without a valid license. Okay? And is your address still good in Pine?
Yes.
All right. If you would, let me take a look here and get a little bit more information here. So there is a physical address that I'd like for you to add, whatever that would be. So if you could put it next to the P.O. box, write it in right there.
P.O. box. Yeah, it'd be Walmart.
Yeah, you got the P.O., so we know where to send mail, but now where to find you is different. Okay,
It's just Walnut Lane. I'm not entirely sure about the.
there's not a lot number?
No, this is it's just a little small home in the back of the woods. Like,
Do you know what the address pops up when you call 911?
I don't know the
right.
4-digit number, but I know it's just Walnut Lane.
Okay, so are you the only house on Walnut Lane?
No.
Okay.
No, but I
Alright.
can bring and
Yeah, that's
provide
what I-
all the information I need.
Yeah,
to
just when
guys.
you get an opportunity to, before
Yeah.
your next court date,
Yeah.
get us the physical address to that.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Can I borrow that? The address on it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, sir, so here is your next court date, and that is scheduled for 1/27 of 2026 at 9 a.m.
Okay.
If I could get your signature where it says defendant, and then I'm gonna still get you the attorney form
Okay.
with the attorney's name and phone number with that court date again on that.
All right.
Thank you.
Do we have a phone number?
Yes.
Can I get that?
Yeah. It's a new one, so I don't know it right on the top
Is
of my
that,
head.
if I told you, would you know? Ends in 8136?
Yes, that is correct.
All right. See it?
I appreciate it. Thank you.
You should go. I'm adding it to the release.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep. All right, sir. So your attorney's name is Sean Dove. That's his phone number. You'll want to call him 5 business days prior. So I don't know if it hits on a Saturday or not. Just call them
Okay.
before that.
Gotcha.
If you call now, they won't have the case or know any information. This gives the court an opportunity to get that sent to them. That's your court date that you already have a copy of. That's for you to keep. Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, you're all set to go.
Thank you, Rick.
Heather Edwards?
Hello there. All right, Ms. Edwards, this is case 2025 TR 446. Could you state your full name?
Heather Marie Edwards.
Thank you. So we're facing an allegation of driving on a suspended, revoked, or canceled driver's license.
Yes, sir.
Did you understand the group advisory information?
Yes.
Okay, did you make a decision on your attorney waiver form?
No lawyer.
You want to waive the presence of
Yes,
mind? Okay,
I don't
check
need
that
lawyer.
top box where it's highlighted, date and sign, please.
I can't believe this year's about over with already.
Pardon me?
Can't believe this year is over already. I can't believe the year's over already.
Oh, yes, I know. Yeah, Christmas is coming.
But didn't we just do Thanksgiving and
Yeah.
Halloween?
Mhm.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, do you have any questions before I take a plea from you?
No Honor.
Okay, how do you wish to plead?
Guilty.
Okay. We can move forward into sentencing today, save you a trip back. And you provided a current driver's license, correct?
ID.
Oh, it's an ID?
Yeah, it's an ID.
Are you able to get your driver's license? Maybe?
I do have a couple fines in Tucson that from way back that I have to
Get
take
cleared?
care of.
Okay.
Right now I'm working on a fine from Mesa. I'm just about done paying for it.
Okay.
And my intentions were to get a hold of Tucson to take care of those 2 fines
Okay.
and go from there.
Okay. All right. So in the group advisory I gave you, you're giving up certain rights regarding
Yes.
that. You understood those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understood the citizens advisory?
Yes.
Okay. Understanding each of those rights, you wish to waive those rights and enter your guilty plea?
Yes, sir.
Regarding your guilty plea, you're making that voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Nobody forced, threatened, or harassed you to
No,
make that?
sir.
Anybody promise you a lighter sentence or punishment?
No, sir.
Okay, court finds that you entered that plea knowingly, voluntarily, and intelligently. You understood the information about how to set aside the judgment, seal the records, and I'll give you a letter that further explains that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Factual basis of your case is that on 11/20 of 2025 at about 3:40 p.m. after New Mile Post 255, the address of 3792 East State Highway 260, you were contacted by the Payson Police Department. In that police contact, they found that you were operating a motor vehicle on a public roadway while your license was suspended, revoked, or canceled. You are here pleading guilty today. That occurred in Gila County in the jurisdiction of this court. Does that sound consistent?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Court accepts your plea, finds that you made it knowingly, voluntarily, and intelligently. These are the rights that I gave in the group advisory that you
Yes, sir.
indicate you understood and don't have any questions on. If you'd sign where it says defendant waiving those rights. This is that information that I told you about, how to set aside the judgment and seal the records. If I could get your signature on this copy, and you can keep the second copy that explains your rights to exercise that if you wish to do that.
No need to.
Okay?
That was stupid.
All right, so I'll take that signed one, and that one's for you to have. I crossed out domestic violence. It doesn't apply to this case, but you still can read it if you wish.
Right.
All right, so you wish to give any further statement to the court before we impose sentencing?
Just that I was stupid and
Okay.
knew better, and I'm sorry. I should have.
Did they impound your vehicle?
They impounded the vehicle. Yes.
Did you already get that back?
No. It was my boyfriend's boss's vehicle through the
Okay.
company,
So they can
and they're
get it
working.
back.
Yes,
Okay.
they're working on that.
All right. So the fine for the violation is $482. I'm going to reduce that down to $202 if you're able to provide the court with a valid driver's license within 30 days of today's date. So I'm going to not ask that you pay that today because I want you to resolve the things that are keeping your license suspended.
It's gonna take a little while.
What's that mean? How many days is that?
The fine that I'm paying on right now is over $500.
It's 500?
Yes,
Mhm.
I believe that was my highest one. It was 2,000.
Okay.
I've been paying on it every month, $100 a month.
Okay.
So I need 5 months total to finish paying it off.
Okay.
I'll actually make it 4 because I'll be paying the 100 this month. So it'll be 4 months to finish paying it off. And then, like I said, I gotta get a hold of Tucson, find out what I owe them. Which I can do that in the meantime. Right now, matter of fact, today when I get home, I'll get a hold of Tucson and see what I owe pay.
Well, what I'll do is go to 60 days. I'll double that. Hopefully
Okay.
that gives you, that's 2 months.
Okay.
I don't know if that will benefit you or not, but I can't go much more than that because there's timelines on some of these.
Yes, sir. I understand that.
So we'll reduce that down to the 202 if you're able to get a license submitted to the court in 60 days.
Okay.
All right, so
Sorry.
that's okay. So there's a court security fee of $35.80, then the $482, that's a total balance of $517.80. You want a payment plan, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that is $537.80. We have to add one time
That's
$20.
fine.
How much? The court minimum is 25. You want to start with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I think that was the second. Yep. All right, so we'll make the first payment due on January 2nd of 2026.
Yes, sir.
All right, so you're agreeing to make the court minimum payment of $25. First one is due on January 2nd, 2026, and the balance is $537.80. I'm reading that upside down. If you'd sign where it says defendant, and I'll get you a copy of that. There's some ways that you can make the payment remotely if you wish to. That information is included in this highlighted box here, a website and a phone number.
Yes, sir.
You always can just simply come into the front counter and make the payment
Yes,
in
sir.
person if you wish. Hey, go ahead. After we get a copy of that sentencing paper to you, you'll be excused. Do you have any questions?
No, sir. Actually, I do have one.
Okay.
So, on my first fine I ever got, it was
What? I'm sorry,
my
what?
very first fine
Yeah.
I ever got
Mm-hmm.
was back in, I want to say 1995. No,
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm wrong. No, it was in 2000, way early in 2000. I can't remember exactly when. It was a DUI, driving under influence.
Okay.
I had everything taken care of, got the fines paid off, did my classes,
Okay.
and I had unsupervised probation at the time.
Okay.
The only thing was the breathing. The
Interlock device?
yes,
Mm-hmm.
is that something that I would have to get still, or
That's a
is
good
that one
point.
thing they would prevent me from getting my license because I have not gotten one since then?
That's a motor vehicle question.
Okay.
So that requirement may exist and that may not exist. It
Okay.
depends on how that conviction was entered.
Okay.
So you want to check with motor vehicle to see if there's
Okay.
an interlock requirement on the vehicle that you drive when you decide to drive.
Okay.
Okay, does that answer your question?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you
all
very
right,
much.
you're all set.
Appreciate your time.
No problem.
Maria Moreno?
Hello there. This is case 2025 CM 12336. Could you state your full name?
Maria Moreno.
All right. Do you have a middle name?
Renee.
Thank you. All right, so this is a charge of obstruction of justice under domestic violence statute. That means a violation of a court order. That is a class 1 misdemeanor. I don't think you were here for the group advisory at the beginning, were you?
No, it's
Okay.
not.
So a class 1 misdemeanor is punishable by a maximum fine of $2,500, 6 months in jail, and or 3 years of probation. We'll review the file, but I don't think there's any request for jail time, so you would not be facing that as a consequence of sentencing if you pled guilty or no contest, or if you were found guilty later after a trial, there's no jail time. And there is no jail time, so you're facing only the fines and possible probation.
Okay.
Your options are to plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest. If you plead guilty or no contest, then we will schedule you back for a sentencing at a later date. If you plead not guilty, we'll schedule you for a pre-trial conference. That's where you come back and meet the prosecutor. The prosecutor may share information about the case that they plan on using at a trial, maybe at a later date. Be careful if you talk to the prosecutor, because if you plead not guilty and you have that meeting, what you say can incriminate yourself, okay? One of 3 conclusions will happen at the end of that meeting. Number 1, at the conclusion of that pre-trial conference, number 1, it could be dismissed. Number 2, it could go to trial, or number 3, it can enter a plea agreement that all of you agree on. Okay, so that's the pre-trial conference. Okay, do you have any questions about that? Okay, you also have the right to hire an attorney. This case does not qualify for a court-appointed attorney because there's no jail time being asked. There are other reasons that you can qualify for a court-appointed attorney. It's a 2-pronged test. Number 1 is you can't financially afford one, and then a second reason. Okay, so if you have any of those reasons that you believe you'd want to share with the court to see if you qualify for a court-appointed attorney, you let me know what those reasons are. So number 1 already is I can't afford one, and then number 2, an example would be I'm facing jail time. But as we know in this case, there's not jail time. Do you have any other reasons, mental disabilities or anything like that, that the court would take into consideration to see if you qualify for a court appointment? All right.
No.
Okay, so then your choices are 1 of 2. Either waive the presence of an attorney or hire an attorney at your own expense.
I'll waive my presence.
Okay, so on that attorney waiver form, that's that paper there, the top box says I waive the presence of an attorney. And then if you date and sign where it's highlighted. Do you have any questions before I take a plea of guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No.
Okay. How do you wish to plead?
You know, after this whole experience, I might as well just plead guilty, because no matter what, I keep getting punished for everything. So I might as well
Well,
just
if
plead
you're not
guilty.
sure, then...
I did that, but nobody understands why.
Okay, so if you want to give the reasons why to the prosecutor and see if they'll take that into consideration.
They won't.
Okay, so I can't do it here. The court has no ability to negotiate.
I'll just plead guilty.
Okay, and you're sure you want to plead guilty?
I have no other choice, really.
Well, no, you have the choice of no contest and the choice of not guilty, and then you can explain your case to the prosecutor.
Be punished again? I've been trying to explain my case to everybody, and I just keep getting punished for my emotions.
Okay, so this is not punishment. We're proceeding with the case. If you plead guilty, there will be punishment and sentencing later. That's what sentencing is. If you plead not guilty, you can give at least the
This man has beat me down to the ground. I was literally crying in my closet last night thinking of checking myself into the mental hospital, but I knew I had today. And no matter what I do, this man has absolutely destroyed me, and I haven't even seen my kids, and that's why I've been reacting like that to him, because he withholds information from me. He keeps my kids from me. So everybody punishes me for being upset with that. No.
Okay,
I just plead guilty.
And you don't think you want to tell the prosecutor that to see if they'll take that?
Even if I do, it's abuse, but it's not physical, and it's not.
Well, you're making legal conclusions that you're taking away the ability to have a prosecutor consider. I don't want to talk you out of anything that you want to do, but you're saying I'm pleading guilty because of all
I'm
of this.
giving up. I'd rather just take the punishment, because that's all that's happened.
Okay, so we can't do that today, though, so you're going to have to come back regardless. But you understand that if you plead guilty, you're giving up all the rights of a guilty, the rights to have a trial, the rights to go into a possible plea negotiation with the prosecutor and all that. So you're giving up all those rights. If you plead guilty, you don't get to see if there's anything that could be offered to you.
Judge, this whole time, nobody has offered anything to
Yeah,
me.
because it's too early, so we're not even there yet on this case. So this, I only see what's in front of me. So on this case,
Like,
we're not
I won't
even to the
expect him to come here and completely beat me down. This man has already threatened to say that I have
Okay,
evidence
okay,
against
hold
you
on
to
a
put
second.
you in jail.
All right, hold on a second. So I can't hear details of the case. So I know that you want to tell them now, but I have no authority to do anything. If you want to tell details of the case, you tell that to the prosecutor. They have the authority to look at this and offer you
I
a
just
plea.
plead guilty. I have no hope.
Okay. I think for the benefit and the sake, due to your emotional state and that you're not giving a clear waiver.
I don't, I will say. I
You-
do not have a history of
No.
any of that behavior to him.
So let me explain to you for me to accept a guilty plea, I have to make sure that it's knowingly, voluntarily, and intelligently made. You were always saying guilty because I don't have an option. I don't have, because no one's gonna listen. That's not a clear waiver. So I'm going to enter a not guilty plea and open the opportunity for you to express yourself and tell the prosecutor of what is occurring, because I cannot get a clear waiver. So that's what we'll do, and I'll give you a pretrial conference date. I would encourage you to make sure you discuss with the prosecutor all the things that you wanted to tell me, because they're the ones that have the ability to do something about those facts and details.
It doesn't matter. It's not visual abuse, so nobody cares.
Okay. So this is the court date for your pretrial conference. This is where you'll meet with the prosecutor, 1/12 of 2026 at 9:30 a.m. And that will be for a pretrial conference. And I'll require a signature here where it says defendant. And then I have to review your release conditions.
I don't know why I have to do this. I was just gonna.
Well, I tried to explain that I need a clear waiver and I don't have one. So here's your release conditions. Obey all orders of the court, not to commit.
I'm not even talking to him, so. I'm not even allowed to contact him. I'm not even allowed to contact my kids.
I must review these release conditions, no matter what you're contacting or not contacting him. It means for everything, not just for him, not specifically this case. So obey all orders of the court, not to commit any crimes, notify the court immediately of any address change, not to leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court, not to have any contact with the alleged victim except what is authorized in a valid issued order of protection, and your order to continue to contact pretrial service. Have you been consistently contacting them?
I contacted them like they told me. I don't know what else I was supposed to do.
That's all you do is
No,
follow?
I didn't. Nobody
Did they
called me
tell-
again, so I didn't know if I had to follow up or do anything.
Okay, so it says that you're required to contact them. You've done that.
Yes, I did.
And did you talk to them?
Yes, I did.
Did they tell you to contact them again?
No.
Okay. So normally after a court appearance, they want you to contact them again. So I'm going to make a copy of that so you get the information back. Okay? So you make sure you're not in violation of that.
Need a copy of that for her?
All right, do you have any questions about the pretrial conference? So you'll come back here in the courtroom on that date, and the prosecutor will take you privately into the room and discuss the case with you. You can discuss whatever you want with them. Be careful what you say in that, because if it does go to a trial, you can self-incriminate. So you might listen to what they have to say and then tell them whatever you would like. And then we'll come out of that. You can either change your plea from the not guilty to guilty then, or you can proceed with an acceptance of a plea agreement if they offer you one, or they dismiss the case. That's the options. Okay? So there's your copy of the pretrial conference,
I'm just gonna get punished for this.
and then there's the court date.
That's all that's gonna happen. I'm just gonna get punished for this.
Well, if you pled guilty, that for sure would happen, but since we
That's why
don't,
I just wanted to plead guilty and get punished with it already.
okay.
The next one, we're waiting to hear back from the town prosecutor.
Okay, so Moreno, any victims in the courtroom? Haven't seen that, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Next one, we're waiting on the town prosecutor from Star Valley to email Andrea back, so I don't know how to proceed. The officer did a criminal case in Star Valley. There's no prosecutor, so don't know how to go about.
Can we talk to Andrea on it?
Yeah, she's waiting for the, I'll see if she
Okay.
got any email yet.
Mr. Norton?
Yes.
Okay. We'll do, hang on 1 second, we're getting a couple clerical things, I don't want you standing here for a long period of time until we get a couple things figured out for you, and I'll explain that to you here in a moment.
We've got nothing back yet.
So, it's a legit citation, but it was entered into Star Valley. Star Valley doesn't have a criminal prosecutor.
Yeah, we'll just dismiss
So it's
it.
supposed to go into justice court.
Yeah.
So I did email the town attorney for Star Valley and asked him if he wants to file a dismissal for the officer to refile, or if he wants to file a motion to have it transferred to the correct jurisdiction.
Yeah.
So, well, I just did it this morning, I was just notified of this. So, we didn't know about it sooner, until he came in.
They would just dismiss it, and then they have that information, so since we didn't hear by the time he appeared.
Yeah, whatever you want to do, I'm just telling you
Okay,
the process.
okay, thank you. All right, sir, you can come forward.
Thank you.
All right, sir, so this is case 2025 TR 15001. Could you state your full name?
Kennedy Fitzgerald Norton.
All right, sir, so before we proceed too much further, the two allegations that are made against you are, the first one's a class 2 misdemeanor, and that's a liquor in the passenger compartment of a vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
And the second charge is a DUI.
Mm-hmm.
There's an error made on the citation that we tried to notify the prosecutor of the case today. What happened is they scheduled you into the Star Valley court.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Star Valley court doesn't have prosecutions and all that. So they should have, what they should have done is scheduled you into the justice court, which is the same building and all that.
Mhm.
It's just into the wrong court system.
Okay.
So our staff has notified the town attorney for the town of Star Valley
Mm-hmm.
and asked them if they would like to amend this citation or dismiss it and refile. We haven't got that response, so I'm going to dismiss this citation.
Okay.
But know that you might be notified of the charges in a complaint format. It'll be something that's drafted by the proper attorney, the
Okay.
Justice of the Peace Court, since we haven't received a response yet.
Okay.
Do you have any questions about that?
No.
Okay. So we'll need a, Haley, we're going to need a dismissal form, misdemeanor dismissal. It should be in there under JP forms.
Your Honor, Mr. Garvin, I put myself into treatment, and so I have a different address, and I'm not at that address, so they have the proper address where the paperwork can go to?
Okay. We'll give you a address update form if you wouldn't mind completing that for us. So if they do file, then we know how to get that notice to you.
Okay.
That's a good, because otherwise if they didn't get it, it'd go to a warrant, and that's
Absolutely.
an inconvenience. So, all right, so if you would write your name right here, and then all of your information, including an address, email.
All right, can I
phone
sit
number.
down and do it?
Sure, of course.
Okay.
I'm sorry, does that look, can you see it? Does that look like it? I've never done one, so I'm not sure I'll help you with that.
Hearing, foregoing matter in good cause, order that the entitled case be dismissed. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
And then at the, we'll, right here, get the case number and all that, if you need it here.
Okay, thank you.
Here's the ticket if you need it. And we got an updated address form coming too. We'll also put that, his updated address on that, so then they get the current address.
Okay.
So we'll don't finish it until he gets it back to us.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna get rid of this because I have the month of December on this new one. I'm gonna get rid of this too.
Okay.
Having two of these, too much juggling. You want it for any reason?
Nope.
No issue.
You said they put something up here?
Yeah, if you just write your first and last name
Okay.
there, yeah.
I seen your nephew in treatment in the valley, Chris.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I seen him down there in the valley.
Yeah, yeah. Are they still going to that too?
He completed it, and then I guess they
Hired him in or brought him in?
yeah, they talked. Yeah, he had to do a little bit of time, so they took him in, but they let him complete the program.
Good. If you wouldn't mind, your sign on this line,
Mhm.
information is accurate. And we'll include this new address to the prosecutor that
Okay.
will notify of the dismissal, so if they decide to refile,
Mhm.
they'll have the current information on that.
Okay.
Okay?
Mhm.
And then I'll give you a copy of the dismissal here in a moment.
Okay. Yeah, he looks good.
Yeah. Yeah, we still talk quite a bit, so it's,
Mm-hmm.
holidays are coming up.
You just put the address on it, right?
Yeah, from the defendant?
Yeah.
Yeah, that way the prosecutor has it. If they decide to refile it, then they'll have his current information. And if he included an email, even do that too, they might share
Oh.
information.
Okay.
Email and phone number, yeah.
Kennedy Norton
560.
560. Okay.
So that facility does pretty good?
Yeah, the New Freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah, they teach you what it is. It's a reentry program, and they treat it's a place where they teach you to have a job.
Yeah.
Not that go there to work. They teach you they got like 5 different trades you can learn: culinary, plumbing, painting, construction, and a
HVAC,
couple.
I think he was
they
looking at
didn't-
HVAC.
Yeah, they were just bringing the HVAC in when I was leaving. So I might try to go back there and teach it because that's what I did was HVAC.
Oh,
So
okay.
you know what
Yeah.
I mean. So
A good state to have that.
Mhm, for
Arizona's
sure.
hot.
yeah, I did that up here for 5 years.
Mhm.
Worked for Weather Masters, North Mechanical, Freedom Air.
Oh, yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Throw this up
Did it freeze?
here. It deleted everything it typed.
Okay.
I got sand issues, so is that all right if I sit down?
Absolutely. We'll bring it over to you. All right, sirs, that's the copy of the dismissal notice. You guys are all set to go.
All right, thank you,
You
sir.
bet.
I'm actually mine.
Sorry, 1 second.
Okay.
1 second, sorry.
Okay.
You just handed me something.
Okay.
And my pen's gone. No advisory, of course.
Jeffrey Rivera, how are you today?
Not too bad, yourself?
Doing well, thank you.
Excellent.
All right, sir, so this is case number 2025 TR402. Could you state your full name?
Jeffrey Paul Rivera.
All right, sir, on here it shows that you were due here at 9 o'clock. What happened?
9 o'clock
Yeah, this morning?
this morning?
Yeah.
No, I was actually, I had my original arraignment was on the 12th of
Correct.
December.
Yeah.
I didn't have any paperwork for that. The only one that I got was from to report at the reservation for that court date.
So here is where your signatures were, right?
Mm-hmm.
For that court date?
Yeah. I don't remember having that paperwork.
Okay. So you got a copy of the citation. Do you remember that when the officer wrote the citation?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're here now, but the reason why I bring it up is this morning we gave a group advisory to everybody. It was a good 10-minute dissertation of information. You missed it.
Okay.
Because you weren't here at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
What told you you have paperwork that says to be here at 9, right?
No, I don't.
Okay.
The only one that I have was from yesterday, from my court date yesterday, at the reservation.
Okay.
And when I was there, they told me that the state and the reservation usually don't.
Yeah, so this is a separate court, so
Yeah,
you're ordered to the Tonopatchy court.
Yeah, I did that one already also.
Okay,
Started
yeah.
paying my fines on that as well.
Right, and so that was issued to you, so that was separate from this one. But,
Okay.
so we'll start over with this one.
Okay.
So this is a Class 1 misdemeanor that is punishable with a maximum fine of $2,500, 6 months in jail, and/or 3 years of probation.
Okay.
In a DUI charge, there is a mandatory minimum. The mandatory minimum, so I told you the maximum.
Yeah.
And the mandatory minimum is a $1,515.50 fine.
Okay.
Mandatory minimum of 8 consecutive hours of jail time.
Okay.
And mandatory minimum DUI counseling.
Okay.
Your options are to plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest. The difference between a guilty and a no contest plea is the following. If you plead guilty, you're acknowledging the facts of the case and admitting that you committed the crime. If you plead no contest, it's accepting the conviction, but not admitting or denying the facts of the case, recognizing that case details that I would give could be used if a case proceeded to trial.
Okay.
You understand the difference?
Yes, sir.
All right. If you plead guilty or no contest, we can move forward into sentencing today.
Okay.
If you plead not guilty, I'll schedule you for a pre-trial conference. That's where you meet with the prosecutor, the attorney bringing the charges forward.
Okay.
That's called a pre-trial conference, and the prosecutor may present you the information, the police report, any evidence that they intend to use at a trial at a later date.
Okay.
At the conclusion of that meeting, one of 3 things will happen. Again, this is with a not guilty plea. You'll meet with them. Number 1, the case will in fact proceed to trial.
Okay.
Number 2, the case could enter a plea agreement that all parties agree on, including yourself, or the case could be dismissed.
Okay.
Okay. This case does qualify for a court-appointed attorney at little or no cost to you if you qualify for one. So number 1 is a financial review.
Okay.
And if you want to see if we do that, I'll have you fill out a form. And the reason why it qualifies is because there's mandatory jail time, that 8 consecutive hours I told you about.
Yes.
So that qualifies you if you financially qualify.
Okay.
Would you like to see if you financially qualify for one?
I just want to go ahead and plead guilty.
Okay. So you'll waive the presence of an attorney?
Yes.
All right.
I did also go ahead and sign up for the DUI screening through the Northwestern.
Okay. Is that for the motor vehicle requirement?
Yes. Yeah, that's what they told me at the MDV.
So there's 2 different requirements. One is motor vehicle, and that's for your driver's license portion. And then the mandatory DUI counseling that I talked to you about on the minimum.
Yes.
That's a whole different evaluation. So I'll give that information to you shortly.
Okay.
Did they give you an attorney waiver form when you walked in at the front counter?
No, they didn't. Yes.
Okay, so you're waiving the presence of an attorney after I explain that, correct?
Correct.
All right, if you check the top box and then where it's highlighted, date and sign that, please.
3rd, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sorry, I have so much paperwork. I don't know what I need.
There's a lot,
Yeah.
especially to this.
Yeah, this is the first.
All right, sir, I'm going to make you aware of the rights that you're giving up by entering your guilty plea.
Okay.
Also, this case is jury eligible, meaning that you did not plead guilty, you pled not guilty. You could request a jury trial as well.
Okay.
So, make you aware of that right before we accept your guilty plea. All right. By pleading guilty, you're giving up the following rights. And that's the right to plead not guilty and require the state to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. The right to a trial by jury. You're giving up the right to have the assistance of an attorney at all stages of the proceeding, including appeal, and in some cases eligible for a court-appointed attorney free of charge if you cannot afford to hire one, and that's what we've discussed. You sign the attorney waiver form. You're also given up the right to confront witnesses against you and cross-examine them as to the truthfulness of their testimony. You're given up the right to present evidence on your own behalf and have the court compel your chosen witnesses to appear and testify free of charge to you. Given up the right to remain silent and to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. And given up the right to a direct appeal. I also want to make you aware of possible collateral consequences.
Okay.
And those are a conviction of a crime may have collateral consequences, including but not limited to immigration consequences. Other potential collateral consequences, including the possible suspension of your driver's license, an impact on a commercial driver's license, or other professional license, an impact on your insurance rates, the revocation of probation or parole, an increased penalty for further criminal charges, becoming a prohibited possessor if convicted of domestic violence charges, and if you're not a citizen of the United States, a plea or finding of guilt may result in your deportation or being denied citizenship or re-entry. Rule 17.2 is a citizen's advisory that reads, every person who enters a plea of guilty or no contest or is found guilty after trial understands that if you're not a citizen of the United States, pleading guilty or no contest to a crime may affect your immigration status. Admitting guilt may result in deportation even if the charge is later dismissed. Your plea or admission of guilt could result in your deportation or removal, could prevent you from ever being able to get legal status in the United States, or prevent you from becoming a United States citizen. You may file a Rule 33 petition for post-conviction relief, and if denied, file a petition for review. I'll give you a letter that explains what that is.
Okay.
It'll also explain to you how to set aside the judgment of this conviction and seal the records.
Okay.
You may apply to set aside the judgment of conviction pursuant to Arizona Revised Statutes 13905 once the terms of the sentence have been completed. And you may qualify for a certificate of second chance and apply to seal the records pursuant to Arizona Revised Statutes 13911 once terms of the sentence and timeframes therein have been satisfied. At sentencing, you will be provided an informational sheet that will further explain the Rule 33 petition, the set-aside judgment, and the sealing of the records. Okay, so I'll give you that letter here in a moment.
Okay.
Are you on probation or parole?
No, sir.
Okay. I'm going to review a factual basis with you.
Okay.
It indicates that on October 26th of 2025 at 1:26 a.m. at or near milepost 251 on State Route 87 or address of 1009 South Beeline Highway, the Tonopatchy Police contacted you. In that police contact, it was found that you were operating a motor vehicle at least within 2 hours of driving, and you were impaired to the slightest degree. That occurred in Gila County in the jurisdiction of this court. Does that sound consistent?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And are you attesting that you had no prior DUI charges within the last 84 months?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you a school teacher?
No, sir.
Regarding your plea of guilty, are you making that voluntarily?
Yes.
Nobody forced, threatened, or harassed you to plead guilty?
Nope.
Anybody promise you under lighter sentence or punishment that if you pled guilty, you'd receive that from the courts?
No, sir.
Okay, court finds that you entered your plea of guilty knowingly, voluntarily, and intelligently. These are the rights that I read to you that you're waiving by entering a guilty plea. If you'd sign where it says defendant.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
This is the judgment of guilt. This is showing that you're being convicted of a charge of, one second, charge of 281381 A2, which is driving a motor vehicle with an alcohol concentration of 0.08 or more. That requires your signature here where it says defendant.
Yes, sir.
And then once you're done with that, we'll collect a right index fingerprint. My bailiff here will help with that.
Pretty easy. You just take your right index, tap the pad, and then just tap the square. Perfect. And with your finger.
Thank you.
I can throw that in the trash for you. Thank you.
All right, sir, you're ordered to do 8 consecutive hours of jail. So you have some options on that, and it's got to be done within the next 30 days.
Okay.
You can check in the evening. You only need to do 8 hours. Now, you might do 10, because if you check in like at 11 at night, they're not going to let you out at 3 in the morning.
Roll over.
They just go to the AM release time.
Okay.
So having that in mind, do you know a date, or would you like to look at a calendar?
I'd like to look at the calendar.
Okay. All right, so I just tossed so this is January, but if you want to do it in December, just, can you see that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Let me see.
Is NAD imposed?
No,
Not on this one? Okay. Probation?
No probation.
So if I were to check in on the 22nd of December, do you guys consider the 23rd a holiday? Like, because
Well, you can still do
Christmas?
it. Yeah, you still.
They can still release me though? Like if I
They
have
will.
to, okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and do
You
that.
won't stay in there, those.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, you're not gonna make me
Stop there for
stay like 4 days afterwards. But yeah, I'll go ahead and check in on the 22nd of December.
What time?
What's the earliest I can do? I'll just go ahead, because I'm off that day.
Yeah, so do you want to go in the day, or do you want to go in the evening?
I'll go in the day.
In the daytime?
Yeah.
All right, so tell me the hour.
So,
You might eat your own breakfast. I would say that's probably a good idea.
Okay.
And then you'll have to eat their lunch, and
All
then
right.
8 hours later that evening you'll be out.
all right, let's do 9 o'clock, 9 a.m.
Okay. All right, sir, so this is the order of commitment, and it is showing that you're checking in on December 22nd, 2025 at 9 a.m.
Okay.
for 8 consecutive hours of jail time.
Okay.
108 West Main Street, Payson, Arizona. It's the sheriff's office
Right
right
here.
across the street here.
Okay.
If you would sign where it says defendant.
Sorry.
And when you check in there, make sure you're not under the influence of any substances.
I got you there.
If you have prescriptions, bring those with you with the labeled prescription bottles.
Okay.
There you go. Make sure you take your copy of the paper with you
Okay.
and an ID.
Okay.
Do you have an ID?
I have the temporary one.
Okay, yep, so just take
Yeah, the
accept
paper one?
that.
Okay.
Yep, so, and then make sure you have that form, your temporary ID,
Okay.
and then accept that.
Perfect. Quick question though, like once I do the jail time and I pay the fines off and everything, when can I start working on getting my license back and my registration and tags back for my vehicle?
Okay, so the registration and tags, that's, I don't know what's happened with, I don't have that offense, so that's not,
Okay.
so that's the tribal, so they just wrote a
Okay.
ticket for not having it, I think.
Okay, yeah.
So then I think you can just go to motor vehicle and say, hey, how do I get my vehicle registered and all that.
Okay.
And then they'll give you that information. Now regarding your license,
Mhm.
in the temporary license that they gave you,
Yeah,
they should have gave you a second copy of
I
that.
have that too, yeah.
That explains, so you might be eligible for an automatic permit that allows you to drive to and from work.
Okay.
After I'd have to look at it, 30 days or close to that.
Yeah,
Then if you qualify, they automatically send you a to from work permit.
okay,
If you're not sure, or that may have changed since the last I looked at that.
Okay.
Is to just check with motor vehicle, how long is my license going to be suspended for?
okay,
And am I going to qualify for a permit, if that's what you want to know? They might be able to tell you early.
okay,
But there is a suspension period.
Okay.
Because of the blowing or blood draw over the 08.
okay,
So 90 days, but again, prior to that 90 days, they'll give you a permit if you qualify. If your
Okay.
driving history is okay.
perfect.
Okay. I want to review the sentencing portion with you.
Okay,
There's a fine of $1,515.50 that is required. You also might require an ignition interlock device
Okay.
that they're going to impose at the motor vehicle department for a period of 1 year. So
okay,
when you get your vehicle registered and all that and you're able to drive, you'll need to get that interlock device
Okay.
requirement. All right, so you're ordered to do 10 days of jail, 9 days is suspended
okay,
with the completion of the counseling that we're going to talk about the order of.
okay.
You're to serve the 1 day, we've already got that scheduled.
Mm-hmm.
There's a $69 jail fee.
Okay.
Did you put that
I
on
did
there?
not put that on there, I'm sorry, I can redo it if you want.
Or if you just want to white it out and put that in there, I'll talk about his order. So I'll continue reviewing that with you in a moment.
Okay.
Okay, so there's a motor vehicle screening and counseling that you're already started.
Okay.
Then the requirement for, we're not connected to motor vehicle.
Yeah.
For the statute, Arizona revised statute, you're ordered to do DUI counseling,
Okay.
So that's indicated here. You have 7 days to sign up for that screening, for that counseling, and they're gonna give you a mandatory amount of classes. I think it's 16 hours is the minimum, but then they're gonna, in that screening, they'll talk to you about, and assign whatever they feel necessary.
Okay.
The website, to choose your location, you can do it in person or remotely. You go to this website, find the facility that you wish to do it.
Okay.
We'll do a review of this in 60 days, which is this date here, February 30th of 2026. If you complete the counseling prior to that, just get a copy of the certificate of completion,
Mm-hmm.
email it to us right here with that case number.
Okay.
You don't have to come back on that court date.
Oh, beautiful.
If,
Okay.
if you haven't completed, it's okay, just when you do the screening, they're gonna assign you.
Okay.
Make sure you're in compliance with whatever you guys decide.
Okay.
And then you'll just report to us on that date and time to let us know a status report. So you'll
Okay.
get a compliance report from them and bring it to us.
Okay. Cool.
All right, if you'd sign where it says dependent.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, so I left off on a $69 jail fee. That's
Yes.
a court security fee of $35.80. So we have a total balance due of $1,620.30.
Okay.
Are you able to pay that today?
No, sir.
I can put you on a payment plan.
I would really appreciate that.
I have to add a one-time payment plan fee of $20.
Okay, we can do that.
$1,640.30. How much can you afford to pay per month? Now, know
Um,
that you got some payments to come here, and you're going to go clear up your registration and all
Yeah.
that. So you can be conservative and always pay more. So
Can I go ahead and start like with like maybe like $100 a month?
is that a comfortable amount?
Yeah.
Okay. Because you can go lower than that if you want.
Let me start with 50, and then I'll go ahead and then if it's okay to go and pay more
It
if
is.
I need to. Okay,
No
cool.
problem on a penalty.
All right.
Can you make a payment today, or would you rather me schedule first one out 30 days?
The first one in 30 days, so that way I can get my ducks in a row to say.
First payment will be due on January 2nd of 2026.
Okay.
And that'll be at $50.
Okay.
And so what you're signing for now is the payment plan that we just agreed to, $50 monthly. First payment due on 1/2/2026 for a total balance of $1,640.30. If you want to pay remotely, there's a website here and a
Okay.
phone number. You can charge a merchant fee for that, or you can just come into the front counter.
Okay.
Sign where it says dependent, please. All right, sure, this is the information that I talked to you about,
Okay.
how to set aside the judgment, seal the records.
Okay.
If you would sign the top copy, and I'll leave the second copy with you. I crossed out domestic violence on your copy, it doesn't apply.
Okay.
The rest of it does if you wish to exercise those rights. I'll get you a couple of copies of these two forms.
All right.
Do you have any questions about anything we talked about?
I think I'm pretty much have everything here that I need, so.
Okay,
yeah,
our
I'll do some
phone
more.
number's on there if you forget a date or something like
Okay.
that. It's all over the paperwork.
Okay.
The next thing that's important is that you sign up within 7 days.
Okay.
The next most important thing is to check in for that in custody 8 hours.
Okay.
Okay, and then by then you'll make sure you tell the counseling center when you do the screening that you check in on that day, make sure your classes don't.
They kind of, yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't conflict. I've got a class due on that day.
Yeah.
Copy.
Pardon me?
Copy.
Okay.
Zero.
All right, so there's your judgment and sentencing form that talks about the payment plan and information.
Okay.
And that's the counseling order of how to get to the website to
Okay.
get signed up for that.
Excellent.
If you don't have any questions, that's all I've got for you.
Awesome. Thank you very much, sir.
You bet. You have a good day.
Back at you.
And don't forget to still resolve that other case at the tribal court. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
I've already set up a payment plan
Okay.
with him and everything, so.
Okay. All
Excellent.
right. Have
Thank
a
you, sir.
good one, yeah.
You too.